Aerial views of several small towns across Delaware. A woman sitting in a library with a unique booth in the background. Alta Porterfield, statewide social innovator, Delaware Division of Libraries.
Delaware is a great state. We are a state that has a lot of resources, but also a lot of inequity when it comes to opioid deaths. When it comes to high anxiety and depression, we're not in great shape. Our lack of clinical providers, as well as other professionals, especially downstate, is really severe.
A woman sits in a library. Annie Norman, state librarian, Delaware Division of Libraries.
So teleservices are using the technology infrastructure of the libraries so that an individual can meet with a health professional remotely. And we have telehealth booths or small meeting rooms that are set up for these services.
A librarian leads a patron into a large booth with a sliding glass door that has a desk, chair, and computer with soundproof padded walls inside. The patron sits at the computer inside the booth looking up health information. Woman in a library with promotional banners and a booth in the background. Faith Steele, Outreach and Educational Librarian, NNLM.
Being able to come in here to a telehealth booth and have your appointment and meet with someone and still get your health needs met is a big deal when you either don't have a car or you don't have the resources, or maybe you just don't even have the time to actually travel an hour and a half to go meet someone.
Woman in a blue sweater sitting inside a converted meeting room. Selena Carrillo, Teleservices Administrator, Delaware Division of Libraries.
So these private spaces, you can do any virtual visit, whether it's a job interview, a legal appointment, telehealth visit, and I think libraries are the perfect place for these programs.
So behind us is one of the kiosks here that Delaware is using for their telehealth services, and it does just look like an empty box, but once they go in there, you're not going to be overheard talking to your doctor. You're going to have that privacy that you need. You're going to have everything you need to be able to do your virtual visit.
A man walks into a small booth next to rows of books at the library. A sign reads, "Open now." The man uses a computer inside the booth looking at Delaware Library's resources.
The teleservice specialists are people that listen, and people that care, and people that want to help. And building that relationship is very important in order for it to work.
Two women sit on the floor of the library next to a coffee table and couches. One woman is older and appears to be in need of resources. The other one is listening intently with a notebook and taking notes. The one who was sitting on the floor taking notes now sits in front of a booth. Stephanie Keogh, Teleservice Specialist, Delaware Division of Libraries.
And what's great about it is the library can focus on the library piece, and then when we come in, we can focus on, the basic needs and the teleservices part. We have great programs with our partners, so we'll set the appointments up for our patrons who use the kiosk to get in contact with those partners.
Pamphlets from the partners are on display on top of a teleservice specialist desk. A sign on a desk reads, "Need assistance?" A teleservice specialist assists the patron who walks up to the desk and directs them to a booth.
And the goal is that we have these telehealth and teleservices in all libraries in the state, in every library in the state. So the NNLM grant, we're very appreciative because they enabled us to purchase kiosks for the Newark Library and the Dover Public Library.
And they are stationed currently at two of our busiest libraries. And just seeing the differences that we're making in the patrons' lives that we come across, it's very rewarding. I hope to see this program flourish forever. So thank you, NNLM.
The network of the National Library of Medicine logo on a white background.